Okay, so we have been talking about Mr. Wakafuji's museums, okay? And then, now they are almost ready. And today, it's a Friday, and then Mr. Wakafuji is, opening up his first museum for the mass medias, okay? And then tomorrow is the opening day, okay? So I'd like to show you there's something going on with that, his special museum. And I would change that my cameras here, okay? Stop. All right, so this is the poster, Mr. Wakafuji Omocha Museum, and Toonshi, the city of Toon, Cruise Mall. There's a shopping mall, and then he's going to open the Anime Tokusatsu Museum. All right, and then here's the more details and everything, the maps, and then how to get there. All right, so this is only in Matsuyama and Toon City. Actually, it's the next city, but which is pretty close to the Matsuyama city. Next one. Okay, and it's pretty easy to access from inside of the Matsuyama by train, local train. It's a nice ride, okay? Now, I'd like to show you something a little bit more about his one, because we are going to, let me change that my cameras. And looks like we got the new items. We have just received that our postman delivered the new boxes, okay? I will talk about that, okay? And now, let me go back to the Mr. Wakafuji museums. Tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, Saturday, and then he's going to open up the museum, right, for the public. Why not? CSTOYS is going to be there at the opening day and do the live show with you guys. Yes? Say yes, okay? So, we are going to do the live stream from the Mr. Wakafuji's the new, museum, toy museum tomorrow, and then live from the 2 p.m. Japan Standard Time to 4, and make sure to check us out. And we are going to bring our latest toys and do the demonstration right there, his toy museum. So you can see both the latest toys and then classic toys. Yes, okay. All right, and so and I'd like to show you a little bit more one thing about the newspapers. Okay, so this is the newspaper that I subscribe. It's a nationwide, national one, and so it's called Nikkei MJ. It was published on April 20th, which happened to be my birthday. And I was reading that in my newspaper here, here, there, and then okay, and I saw something familiar. There we go. Okay, so this says figure over 3,000 Tokusatsu anime Hero Hakubutsukan, Hero Museum in Ehime Prefecture, Toon City from 25th. And you'll see that all the collection of the Mr. Wakafuji's one. And then it talks about, the popularity of Tokusatsu and anime and toys. And so he talks about how important to keep these, collections, locally here in Ehime Prefecture. And, he talks about how important to maintain these collections and then, bring the many fans from all over the world. Okay, that's very special. Okay, happy wonderful birthday. Thank you very much. Okay, all right, yeah. And so he talks about actually we are thinking about setting up all the temporary pop-up museum outside of Japan in the future. Why not? Because here we are, the CSTOYS can help him indeed. All right. So I want you to know that this is a nationwide newspaper, and Mr. Wakafuji just set up his very first museums in the shopping mall. It's called Cruise Mall, and here there right next to the Matsuyama City, and it's called the Toon City. Okay, and then local. It's very important that the local railroad company is supporting him too. So when you go there by train, because there's a one local railroad stations that you can use it from the inside of the Matsuyama City. You can go straight there. All right. And the great thing is that the local station next to the museums and the big the Mazinger Z, the robot from the animations, going to welcome you there. He put that. Actually, Mr. Wakafuji donated it to the local stations, and then put that. The big figures. So that will be a very, very interesting starting point to start your journey of the tokusatsu and an anime world here in Toon City and Matsuyama City. Okay. So just want you to know that about that, this great, happening. And so tomorrow, make sure to check us out for the Omocha live, our alternative shows live from Mr. Wakafuji's Omocha Museum from the Toon City. And make sure to check us out there. And because we're going to show you the legendary toys and the latest toys, both of them. All right. So thank you very much. Now let's move on to the our today's arrival, just arrived, delivered by our local postman. And let's take a look at our new items. Okay, so let's go.